Have you ever laid down at night thinking, I'm just going to rest for a few hours, but then your body wakes up aching, your mind cloudy, and your energy even worse than the night before? Now imagine this Mary was 72, full of spirit, still babysitting her grandkids on the weekends, and loved baking old family recipes that made the whole house smell like a warm memory. She had no major illness, she wasn't frail, she just didn't wake up one morning. Her daughter found her in bed, peaceful, but gone. The autopsy didn't point to a heart attack, no stroke, no foul play. The doctor called it a natural death, but here's what the family learned later: it was far from natural. It was the result of one small habit she did every night. One seemingly innocent thing that tipped her body over the edge. That's what we're going to talk about today. Because when we think of deadly mistakes, we imagine big things: bad diets, skipping meds, ignoring symptoms. But the truth is, sometimes the danger sneaks in while we sleep. And after 60, our body doesn't bounce back like it used to. The wrong habit at night can be the quiet reason behind poor memory, low energy, high blood pressure, or in Mary's case, something even worse. So today, we're not here to scare you. We're here to wake you up in the best way possible. Let's talk about the sleep habits that could be putting your life at risk without you even realizing it. Now, the first one might surprise you. Let's talk about how you breathe at night. Most people don't think twice about it. But if you snore loudly, or wake up gasping, or feel groggy no matter how many hours you sleep, it could be something more serious. Sleep apnea, and no, it's not just for heavy people. It can affect thin folks, healthy folks, even those who walk every morning and eat their greens. What's terrifying is that many people go undiagnosed. You stop breathing for seconds at a time during the night, and your brain gets less oxygen. Over time, it strains your heart, raises your blood pressure, and even increases your risk of sudden death in your sleep. If you've been told you snore or you wake up tired no matter what, get checked. It's not just a noise issue, it's a survival issue. Another habit that sounds so innocent but isn't: sleeping flat on your back, especially with the wrong pillow. Now, don't roll your eyes yet. When you lie flat, your tongue can fall back into your throat, especially as muscles relax with age, making it harder to breathe. For some people, especially those with sinus problems, acid reflux, or respiratory issues, sleeping on your back can be like putting a rock on your chest. Try slightly elevating your head, not with a stack of pillows that crick your neck, but with a wedge or an adjustable base that supports your upper body. Just that small shift can ease breathing, prevent reflux, and help your heart rest without stress. Your sleep position isn't just a comfort thing, it's a health thing. Now let's talk about something nobody really wants to admit: late night snacks. You know what I'm talking about: that cookie at midnight, the leftover slice of pie, or that little bowl of cereal because dinner felt too early. But eating right before bed, especially sugar or carbs, it can mess with your insulin levels, disrupt your sleep cycles, and cause blood sugar dips in the middle of the night. You may not feel it, but your body does. It wakes up trying to balance itself, flooding stress hormones into your bloodstream. Over time, this raises your risk for type 2 diabetes, heart problems, and even memory issues. If you feel hungry late at night, try a small protein-based snack instead: a spoon of Greek yogurt, a few almonds. Something gentle, something your body can process without sending it into panic mode while you sleep. And let's pause here, because I know some of this might feel like too much, or like it doesn't apply to you. Maybe you've never been diagnosed with anything. Maybe you've always been a good sleeper. But aging changes the rules. What worked at 40 might harm you at 70, and we're not talking about living forever. We're talking about living well, waking up with clarity, having energy to walk without wobbling, being present with your grandchildren instead of lost in a fog. Your nights shape your days, and these tiny sleep habits, they might be writing a story your body can't finish. So, if anything here made you pause good, that means you're listening. You're already halfway to change. Now that we've touched on how breathing, body position, and late night eating can affect your sleep and health, let's keep going. There are still more sleep mistakes most people never think twice about, and they could be quietly shaving years off your life. And if you're still with me, that means you care about your health, your peace, and your precious nights of rest. That right there, that's powerful because awareness is everything. It's how we start rewriting the story, one night at a time. Now, let's talk about something that often gets ignored, especially as we age, hydration. But not the kind you do during the day. I'm talking about drinking right before bed. You might think you're being good to your body by sipping on a big glass of water at 9 or 10 p.m., but here's what really happens. Your kidneys don't shut off when you sleep. That fluid's got to go somewhere. So what does your body do? It wakes you up at 2, maybe 3 a.m., begging for a bathroom run, and then what? You fumble to the toilet half asleep, lights on, heart racing. And just like that, deep sleep is gone. Even worse, that one bathroom trip could turn into 2 or 3. And we all know getting back to sleep at our age isn't as easy as flipping a switch. Those interrupted sleep cycles leave you foggy, weak, and emotionally off center the next day. Over time, sleep deprivation piles up quietly, and yes, it's been directly linked to heart disease, memory decline, and even premature death. So what should you do? Hydrate smart. Drink enough during the day, and stop heavy liquids 2 hours before bedtime. If your mouth feels dry at night, a tiny sip is fine, but don't go guzzling a full bottle thinking it's healthy. Because sometimes too much of a good thing at the wrong time can become deadly. And while we're speaking about timing, let's address another big sleep disruptor, medication. Many seniors take nighttime pills without realizing their side effects are hijacking their sleep, and in some cases, their lives. Certain blood pressure meds, antidepressants, and even over-the-counter painkillers can cause night sweats, vivid dreams, or that eerie 3 a.m. wide awake moment. And here's the kicker. Some of them increase the risk of falls during nighttime bathroom trips, especially if they make you dizzy or drowsy. Imagine that. You're half asleep, standing up too fast, and suddenly you've hit the floor. That's how hips break. That's how independence slips away. It's not that you should stop your meds, but talk to your doctor. Ask if timing could be adjusted. Could that pill you take at 9 p.m. be better off taken with dinner? Or lunch? Could it be swapped for something gentler? You'd be surprised how often sleep can be saved simply by shifting your pill schedule. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Because we've been focusing on the physical breathing, food, liquids, medications. But there's a sneaky culprit that isn't always visible, and it lives in your bedroom. Screens, oh yes. The television that plays just one more episode. The phone you scroll for a few minutes before dozing off. The tablet you use to read the news. You may think you're relaxing, winding down, but those glowing screens are fooling your brain into thinking it's still daytime. That light, especially the blue kind, blocks melatonin, in the hormone your body needs to fall asleep naturally. You might feel tired, but your brain is still in go mode, not rest mode. Even worse, if the content you're watching is emotional, stressful, or stimulating, Like dramatic news, action movies, or anything too exciting, your body goes into alert mode. Your heart beats faster, your breathing shifts, your muscles stay tense. That's not rest, that's survival mode. And the longer that goes on, the harder it is to enter the deep, healing stages of sleep your body desperately craves. So, what can you do? Create a true wind down zone an hour before bed. Shut off the screens. Try soft music. A book with dim lighting, prayer, deep breathing, a warm foot soak, something that tells your body it's safe now, we can let go. That single shift can do more than help you sleep. It can save your heart, your mind, and your mornings. And remember, this isn't about giving up your little joys. This is about adjusting when you enjoy them so they don't sneak up on you later. Because those tiny bedtime habits, they're writing your tomorrow. How strong you'll feel, how clearly you'll think, how steady you'll walk. And here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Many people don't die of old age. They die of accumulated neglect. Tiny, silent choices made night after night. The body keeps the score, but the beautiful part, the body also remembers when we love it back. When we pay attention, when we stop saying, I'm too old to change, and start saying, it's not too late to try. So breathe easy, dear friend. You're already doing the hardest part. You're showing up, you're listening, and you're learning. Let's keep going. Because there's still more to uncover. More hidden habits that seem harmless but could quietly steal your energy, your memory, even your life. And it's humbling, isn't it, how something as simple as sleep, something we've done every single night of our lives, can turn from a quiet comfort into a silent danger if we're not careful. But don't let that scare you, let it empower you, because once you know the traps, you can step around them with wisdom and grace. Now, we need to talk about something that many seniors accidentally overlook: temperature. Yep, the room you sleep in might be a few degrees too warm or too cold, and that might sound small, but for a body over 60, it's not. Here's why: as we age, our internal temperature regulation gets a bit, well, glitchy. We don't sweat as easily. Our skin thins, blood vessels react more slowly. That means if your bedroom gets too warm at night, your body can overheat without you even realizing it. And what does that lead to? Restless tossing, sweaty sheets, interrupted sleep. But worse than that, overheating can strain your heart while you sleep, raise your nighttime blood pressure, and increase risk of cardiac events, especially in warmer months. And let's not go to the other extreme either. A cold room, especially below 60 degrees Fahrenheit, can make your muscles tense up. It's a subtle stress your body has to fight all night long. You might wake up with joint pain, tightness in your neck, or a headache that seems to come from nowhere. So what's the golden number? Most experts agree keep your room around 65 to 68 degrees, just cool enough to trigger natural melatonin, but warm enough to avoid shock. Cozy blankets, breathable pajamas, and soft lighting. It all matters more than you'd think. And while we're here, let's gently talk about an emotional habit. One that's not easy to admit, but it's real and it's dangerous. Going to bed angry or worried or holding bitterness in your chest. You see, emotions don't just live in your head, they show up in your body. If you go to sleep angry, your heart rate rises. Your breathing gets shallow, your cortisol, the stress hormone, stays high all night. You might not even be aware of it, but your body is running a silent marathon while you lie there. That's not rest, that's emotional warfare, and over time, it weakens your immune system. It shortens your lifespan. So how do we undo it? With forgiveness, with gratitude, with release. Maybe it's as simple as writing a sentence in a notebook. Today, I let go of what I can't control. Or whispering a prayer. or picturing someone you love and sending them good thoughts. Whatever works for you. Make peace before you close your eyes, because peace doesn't just bless your mind, it blesses your heartbeat, your breath, your healing, and finally, this one's delicate but important. We've got to talk about isolation. Some of the most dangerous sleep habits don't happen because of bad choices. They happen because no one's around to notice them. Living alone after 60 isn't uncommon. But what happens if you fall in the middle of the night and can't reach the phone? What happens if you stop breathing in your sleep and there's no one there to notice the silence? It's not about being paranoid. It's about being prepared. If you live alone, consider a smartwatch with fall detection, a phone beside your bed, a nightly check-in call with a loved one, even a motion sensor nightlight that turns on when you move, reducing your chance of falling in the dark. These are small things, yes, but they give your nights an invisible safety net. You don't need to live in fear. You just need to live with care, because here's the honest truth. You deserve peaceful sleep, not just long sleep. Not just unconscious hours, real healing soul, deep rest, the kind that lets your body restore itself. The kind that lets your memories stay strong, your steps stay steady, and your heart beat a little more freely. All these habits we've talked about, they're not punishments, they're gifts. They're simple switches you can flip, starting tonight. That could change everything. Maybe not in one night, maybe not in 1 week, but slowly, steadily, like spring thawing into summer, your body will feel the difference. Your mornings will brighten, your afternoons will lift, your joy will stretch its arms again, and you'll know you did this because you listened, you cared, you showed up. And before we go, let's circle back to Mary, the 72-year-old woman who slipped away in her sleep. Her story shook her family, but it also woke them up. Her daughter changed her own sleeping habits. Her grandchildren now sleep with their phones off and their curtains open to morning light. One woman's passing became another family's turning point. And maybe, just maybe, her story will become your awakening too. Because you're still here, and there's still time to rest right, to live fully, to sleep safely. So tonight, let the bed be more than a place of sleep. Let it be your place of healing. You've earned that peace. There's something sacred about the stillness of night. Long after the world has quieted and the buzz of daytime has drifted into memory, your bedroom becomes a kind of sanctuary. But here's the truth nobody tells you. That sanctuary can either be a place of healing or a silent threat, depending on how you treat it. We've walked through some of the most dangerous sleep habits, the little things that don't feel dangerous, until they are. But before we close this chapter, I want to give you something not just practical, but powerful: permission. Permission to prioritize yourself. Because somewhere along the way, many of us over 60 stopped putting ourselves first. We put our kids first, we put our responsibilities first, we put the past on replay and let the present slip through our fingers. And now, many lie awake at night with minds that won't slow down, bodies that ache, and hearts that whisper, "Is this just how it ends?" No, it is not. This isn't the end. This is a reset. And it begins, believe it or not, with your pillow. Yep, your pillow. That soft rectangle that cradles your neck can either be a source of deep comfort or low-grade suffering. A worn-out, flat pillow can cause neck misalignment, lead to shoulder pain, and even restrict breathing in subtle ways. Ever wake up with a headache or stiff neck and wonder why? That pillow might be the villain you never suspected. It's not about buying the most expensive one. It's about choosing one that matches you, your sleep position, your body, your comfort. Side sleepers need something firmer. Back sleepers need something that supports the neck's natural curve. Stomach sleepers, which, by the way, isn't great for aging spines, need something thinner, if they sleep that way at all. And don't forget your mattress. If it's older than your grandchildren, it might be time for a change. A mattress that sags, squeaks, or creates pressure points can reduce your sleep quality without you even realizing it. You'll think it's your joints getting older, but sometimes it's just your bed asking to be replaced. But here's the beautiful part. You don't have to change everything at once. You can start small. Maybe tonight, it's simply opening a window to let in fresh air. Maybe it's moving your pill time to earlier. Maybe it's silence. Maybe it's light stretching. These aren't grand gestures, they're small acts of love. Quiet revolutions, and don't underestimate what one good night of sleep can do. It can lift your mood, sharpen your mind, balance your blood sugar, lower your blood pressure, heal your immune system, and give you something we all crave, no matter how old we get: hope. Because sleep isn't just rest, it's repair, it's rebirth. And no matter what mistakes you've made before, whether you stayed up too late watching the news, or drank too much tea before bed, or ignored that racing heart at 3 a.m., you can start again, right here, right now. And to my fellow warriors out there who might be grieving or lonely or carrying invisible pain, please hear this: you are not alone. The night may be dark, but you are not forgotten. You matter, your presence matters, and the way you care for yourself tonight will echo into every tomorrow you still have left. So here's what I want you to do when this video ends. Go to your bedroom, walk in slowly, look around, feel the space, ask yourself, does this room invite peace, or has it become a dumping ground for old habits? Change one thing, just one. Maybe it's removing that blinking clock, maybe it's lowering the lamplight, maybe it's choosing silence over scrolling. That one thing could be the start of everything, because you are worthy of rest, not the kind of rest that comes from exhaustion, but the kind that feels like love. So go gently into tonight, friend, not with fear, but with wisdom, not with dread, but with grace. And if you feel led to, share in the comments below. What sleep habit are you going to change first? What small step will you take to protect your rest, your health, your future? And if this video brought you clarity, comfort, or courage, give it a like. It helps us reach others who may be struggling in silence. Hit that subscribe button so we can continue this journey together, one night, one habit, one healing moment at a time. Until next time, sleep peacefully. You are not alone, and the best is still ahead.